One of the things that I notice, well, two things. Obviously, the deer and I will say a maracame figure in the center kind of like gets the attention. That's the two big blue deer and the maracame in the center. However, when I was doing a lot of the workshop with children, they will immediately take me down to the drum where we have a little face, the antlers, and then also two peyote cactus and cacti, and then an arrow in the middle. And then they immediately will identify that as the center of the piece. Although it's not in the center, it is on the bottom of those two figures. So I was always, asking, and I was very curious about to know why and how do you know that's a drum? And I will explain, all of the kids will, well, it is a drum because it has a face and it has this and it's all of these elements that are very important in a ceremony. And I'm like, oh, okay, so you think this is a ceremony? And they will start saying, yes, it is a ceremony because here, this is this, this is this. So the elements that they will point out, most of them were the offerings. So an offering within the Wixárika community, depending on what type of offering you're making, but most of the time are those votive arrows, right? And also I will say that some of the food representations within the community that include corn-based meals or corn-based drinks. So that will immediately point out to all of those offerings, and they will say this is an ofrenda, an offering, and this is another offering, and this is another offering. So again, a lot of the kids and the students who work in all of the workshop will always and constantly think about these particular drum painting as a moment in ceremony where they have the interaction between humans and more than humans, and also community, and other elements and other animals and other important plants, important even like the bees and the scorpions. They will always talk about that.